All right, we are underway here this evening from the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium. Shot by Coffey, a big save right off the bat as the Cataracts have a chance. A little trouble with our stream out of the Joe Byrne this evening, folks. Hopefully it'll stay with us. A little late getting on, just a few seconds in, as you can see.
Very quick start for the Cataracts. Good turnover down low. Quality shot on net. Goaltender coming up with a big save again.
I think we may have lost our stream again. That's tipped just wide. They score! Thought it had been tipped just wide. Went off the goaltender's glove into the back of the net. And the Cataracts take a 1-0 lead.
Shots through to the net.
Here it is, Robert.
Just a good face-off win. Just an easy shot towards the net. A deflection in the high slot, not down low. And, of course, just a minute into the game, the Cataracts take a 1-0 lead. Something they haven't been able to do the last 3 games. And a much-needed win here tonight against... They need to keep at least pace.
It's knocked down at center by Coffey. Colby Burt will bring it in. We will continue with the coverage for when we get this up on YouTube. Hopefully we'll get it back sooner than later. Just under a minute in. Cataracts take a 1-0 lead. Cataracts move it out, get it up over the blue line. It's tipped in. Carter Bound into forecheck. Feeds it right out in front. Turnaround attempt. Doesn't get through. It's Nathan Gruchy in goal for the Lightning. Just recently signed. New goaltender. Local. Shot in wide of the goal. Fewer turns, brings it in. Fewer with a shot. That's stopped by Gruchy. The rebound was there. It's cleared by the Lightning.
Great defensive play there by 37 on D for Stephen Lightning to prevent a goal. Roach got the stick on the Cataract player.
Chance here for Dean. Fewer brings it back in. And we'll get a whistle and face off. 16:50 to go, opening period, 1-0 for the Cataracts.
Yeah, we're used to seeing the Stephen Lightning with their import goaltender, George, but tonight, no goal.
Fewer, his shot kicked away by Gruchy. Sims backhands it out. And behind the goal, on it back there is Taylor. Plays it off the boards. Fewer picks it up for the Cataracts. Tried to play it off the boards behind the net. It came right out in front. And Mulrooney fell down. I think it's Mulrooney doesn't have a stick.
No, Jasper Dix never had the stick, and he went off, and it was replaced by Coffey.
Yeah, I mentioned, didn't get a chance to mention we didn't have a pregame. Jasper Dix in the lineup for the Cataracts tonight. They hope to get a little extra offense going.
They need every bit of it.
It's fed right into the crease, back of the point. Here with a shot. Was blocked by the defense in front.
Got him high in the arm. That went off of Fitzgerald.
Josh Fitzgerald, the forward. That shot scores.
Just too many loose pucks down low. Goaltender's down, not fighting for the puck, and he beat him high and top. Just an easy goal there. But once they had 3 shots, 2 from D and 1 down low. Goaltender's down a little early here. If you watch, the puck is shot right here, and he's down way before the shot has been taken. Beats him top side, 1-1. Just 3.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
Not at all. Cataracts scored with 59 seconds, and Stephenville Lightning respond just 3.5 minutes later. Attempted dump in then by the Stephenville Lightning. Catches a player coming in just inside of the blue line in the helmet with the shoot in. Not a nice feeling. George, as I look up and down the Cataract lineup, I don't see Jordan Maher here tonight either.
Wasn't aware of.
Well, we're falling down on the job.
Well, we're dealing with a couple of issues here.
No, he's not here. I see Drover there, his centerman, and Dix is there fewer, that was the line went out. I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to I'm guilty. I didn't pay a lot of attention to the warm-up. Normally I do, and make some notes. I noticed that Jasper Dix was here, but Jordan Maher is not here.
Big loss for the Cataracts in this game.
Huge.
That shot kicked out. It's Tyler Whiffen back in goal for the Cataracts. A rough go of it. His last 2 outings got pulled last Friday night, or 2 Friday nights ago, and then got pulled against Deer Lake last weekend, and Jason Stone came in. Whiffen kicks that one away. Stone came in relief last Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon started the game. The weekend before Whiffen started was replaced by Curtis Barrett, who got injured and has not been available since.
No, and the Cataracts desperately need good goaltending if they think that they're going to go anywhere in these playoffs at all. And they need to exploit the middle of the rink, George, the middle of the ice. They haven't been doing that at all.
This is Jasper Dix. Gets it back to the point. Ian Wall with a shot. Kicked away, rebound, scores. Cody Drover.
That's 2 goals, George, that resulted in just shots at the net that got through and rebounds or tips. And you just see it comes right on back to Ian Wall here, just takes a shot, but he gets it at the goaltender. The goaltender makes a pad save. It comes right on the stick of Cody Drover, who basically has an empty net. You just watch right here. Just an easy one. So this is going to be a high-scoring affair.
Certainly starting out that way.
Well, we got 3 goals here now, just 6.5 minutes in. I never got a chance to get over to speak to the Stephenville Brass, George, about their import goaltender. I don't know if he played last night and it's just not here tonight or what had happened. But obviously he's their best player, and without your best player, it's tough. Another chance for the Cataracts. They score again. That's 4 shots, George. There were 3 rebounds. The shot went wide. I'm looking over at the Stephenville coaching staff, and they're just betwixt there. But the bottom line is that if you have your back to the play all the time, there was 3 shots. The first shot went wide off the board, so it was an empty net. Then it didn't go in. Then it went to the side net back out, and all of a sudden he found it in the back of the net again. This is going to be the last shooter wins tonight.
So it is now 3-1 for the Cataracts. Jasper Dix, he said they were trying to inject a little bit of scoring. He gets one.
Yeah, they need to get through the middle of the rink a little bit more, and obviously Stephenville has a weaker lineup here tonight, missing a couple of regulars, but they got a full crew. But without their best player, their goaltender, they're in trouble.
Green with a shot. Coffey plays it behind the net. And that'll go down the ice. That will likely be an icing call, and it is. 12:01 to go here in the first. Winter with a shot that's kicked away by Gruchy. Back to Winter. Winter drifts it in. That hit the crossbar. Gruchy never saw it.
We could see that from here. That was labeled for the top and went off a defender and just up. Looked like it was going to be a goal.
There's Travis Champion. And he gets knocked down. That's going to be a penalty to Stephenville.
Yeah, it's going to be a tripping penalty, something that they can ill afford at this stage of the game, already being down 3-1, only 8.5 minutes in, and they're going to find themselves with a tripping penalty. Here's where the Cataracts are going to miss high-scoring forward Jordan Maher. Jasper Dix is inserted in the lineup. He'll take Maher's place on the left side. He's going in center with Champion and Drover. Out on D is going to be Fitzgerald and Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald and Fitzgerald. Josh and Nick. Nick normally a forward. Past him, kept in. Comes back to Nick Fitzgerald to Josh. Josh looking for that pass to the far post. Didn't get through. Here's Nick. Drover trying to feed it out in front. Nick Fitzgerald.
They were looking for the backside pass there. It would have been an empty netter to Champion.
There's Dix. Leaves it for Drover. Fitzgerald again had it hop over stick. That came out, so he's got to back it up.
It's 2 he's misplayed on this. He needs to corral that puck a little better than that.
Drover will bring it back in. Drover trying to split the defense. They take him out. That's rung around the boards. And nobody home for the Cataracts over in that right point.
Yeah, if you try to do it all as a one and done, there's no puck support there to get the puck dished off, so you got to wait for some reinforcements.
Dix skates it in. He'll stop up along the half wall, back off the point. Joey Green will shoot it. Green just missed, but from that angle, and as Mulrooney was coming off the bench, couldn't get over there in time.
Got to hit the goaltender.
Mulrooney. Again, he'll stop. Gets knocked down, and that will allow the Lightning to clear it. Green has it. 35 seconds left to go in the power play. Green will skate it in. Tried to feed it across. Picked off by here.
Yeah, just too many bodies to go through there. There was 2 white jerseys. Hit the first one.
And around behind the net. Here's got it again. It'll be kept in. Mulrooney. His shot stopped by Gruchy. Another rebound. His rebound control has been suspect here in the first period. Makes that first save, but Cataracts have scored a couple on rebounds. And that's going to do it for the power play. Mulrooney sends it in. Lightning bring it back as they kill off that power play. Drop pass misfired. Comes to the boards and it'll come out. Getting away. Coffee. To the far boards. Chip back out. Wall. To Kobe Burt. He'll send it in and head to the bench. Reed can't get it out. Kept in by the Cataracts. Shea fires the blue line. Oak held it in. Shea this time golfs it out. Roach looking for it. Lost it in his skates. Oak comes back to get it. Long pass off the boards. It was tipped, so no icing. Plus Bound got in there first anyway for the Cataracts. Puck is loose. Cats on a first shot. Kicked away by Grucci.
Yeah, goaltender's too far in his crease though, George. He needs to be out a little more. He made that save on the goal line.
This day and age, you don't see goalies often make a save standing up. always down in that butterfly or down protecting the post, and they're, is it the VH or reverse VH?
Yeah, you're definitely right there.
It stood there. That's the old-fashioned way of making the save.
Yeah, Ken Dryden.
That's just what I was thinking.
A little taller.
That's sent down. Green stopped skating.
Not sure why.
That allowed the Lightning to get in there. Shot! Stopped by Whiffen.
Good save there by Whiffen. Get his confidence back.
Yeah, just because the puck crosses the goal line. It's not necessarily icing. Another save by Whiffen. Another shot saved by Whiffen. Puck's in the crease. Cleared. This will be icing, I suspect, against the Cataracts. Marsh isn't going to make that mistake. And here, actually, on the other side, we'll get there.
Yeah, Lightning had 3 shots in a row there. Whiffen made a right pad save. The other one come off his left pad. He didn't know it. Then he made an arm save, and the Cataracts were stood around looking at the puck as opposed to somebody going and getting it.
So, I think we may be on the air. We had issues at the start of the game. Actually, we started streaming a few minutes before game time. We were going to do our pre-game show, and suddenly we lost our connection, and the folks at AO.live have been working feverishly to get us back on the air. Appreciate the work. I contacted the tech, and within about 5 seconds he got back to me, took over the computer. They've worked out some way of getting us back on the air, and I certainly appreciate it.
I'm surprised you didn't ask me, George.
To fix it? We had to, I don't know, Robert, you know how to change the bit rate and adjust it and all that sort of thing, and maybe do a workaround by going through a different piece of software and then back around again, or however he did it.
If I knew where the power button was due, I could have turned it on and off.
Once again, our thanks go out to great technician from AO.live, Dixon Cho. Dixon, you are a lifesaver once again. How many times has Dixon bailed us out over the years when we've had some issues? Absolutely the best. I know he's watching because he just got us back up and said he's going to stay on and monitor to make sure we stay streaming. Thanks so much. All right, icing again against the Lightning. It is 3-1 for the Cataracts. 5:55 to go in the first period.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth affair so far. Even though it says 12-8 shots on goal, the quality of the shots have been very good for the Stephen Lightning, the ones in which they've had. It's offsides. Cannot make moves at the blue line.
Cataracts back at their own blue line. 5:22 to go. Poked in around behind the net by Jeremiah Gill. It's floated down in over the blue line. Marsh going back to get it. Here, we'll try and track it down along the boards. Couldn't quite catch up to it. Now he's got it. Here turning, using the referee as a bit of a pick.
Nice.
Goes in wide of the goal. Cataracts scored 59 seconds into this one. Stephenville responded. What, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes later, Robert?
Yeah, about 3.5, so
And
close.
Cataracts have added a couple more since. That's where we sit with 4.5 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, we had 4 goals in less than 5 minutes.
Jasper Dix in the lineup for the Cataracts this evening. Fed it out in front. Sims has it off the boards. It'll be kept in by Winter. Puts it towards the goal. Shot around the boards. Green able to hold it in. Good work over there at the right point. Again, Joey Green holding the line. Kept it right on the line. The shot hit Grushi in goal for the Lightning. Again, a little trouble with the rebound. That's been the issue for him here in the first period. Winter with a shot right on goal. Grushi's got that one and holds on.
Yeah, and if you don't have good rebound control, it really puts a lot of pressure on your D, not only to keep people boxed out, but then get rid of that puck if it's anywhere near your zone.
Yeah, I was here this afternoon to get things set up for tonight. Tested the video stream. Everything was working perfectly. We got here this evening. Started the stream around 7:15. The shot scores!
Goaltender's too deep again, George. Even if he's
Yeah.
out, that puck may hit him, but he's in his net. I actually think, George, on the other one that he saved on the goal line, he was on the goal line. If you look right here now, and I know he's going down low, he can't leave his net. I'm not a goaltender, but the bottom line is that if you were out, you're just giving up too much room to the far side. Great job of the defenseman here, keeping the puck in. Goaltender's hugging the post here, but you can see the puck coming out. As the puck comes out, he just stays crouched down and gives up a lot of net.
But Cody Drover with his second of the game makes it 4-1. Just over 3.5 left to go in the first.
Steve Miller looking for a penalty on the previous play as the looked like the Lightning were going to be off to the races. Player fell down a little bit, got taken down, no penalty.
Lightning win the faceoff. Roberts. Jake Roberts in around behind the net, left it at the side of the net. It's cleared to the corner. Burt is on it. Spins away from a hit. Play up through the middle. Shot by White, went off a leg. Goes to try and chase it down himself. Hit the side of the net. It sits on the mesh, still held there. Now it's loose. Champion with a big hit along the boards. White following up on it for the Lightning. Him behind the net. Ian Wall. Wall taking his time, having a look around. He'll skate it to center and just keep on trucking. Ian Wall takes it around behind the net, having a look around. Go hard to the boards, he and Mercer. Now Wall's got to hustle back, but almost picked off. Roach. Dean with a shot that went wide. Champion's on the rebound again. Champion gets hit hard over there, same spot.
Very same spot. Hit the action sign. There's been a bit of action.
Lots of goals. Under 2 to go. That's lifted in high over the top of the net. Cataracts in there first. Carter Mullet. He lost it. Bound. Lost it to Reed. Reed tried to pass it back to Nick Shea. A little trouble with it. That moves it up through center. Bring it in with a little bit of speed is Reed. Poked away from him. All around the far point. Nobody there for the Lightning. Get to it out at center. Shoot it back in. Green has got it. To Oak. Oak trying to get away from Savory. He'll backhand it in. Shea can't get to it. Right out in front. Bound with a chance, and Gruchy comes up with a good save.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
And then we mentioned earlier Jordan Marr not available for the Cataracts this evening. Not sure of his status for tomorrow as the Cataracts are here to take on the Royals. Mulrooney keeps it in. Looking for Drover. Pass a little bit too far for him. Following up on it was Devaney. He lost it. Dix kept it in. Dix and Drover get a little bit confused as to who was going to take it. Now Drover's got it 2-on-1 down low. Tried to make the pass across, sliding out to break that up was Brady Marsh.
Great defensive play by Marsh there. If not, it was an empty netter.
Devaney went down. 18 seconds to go in the period. Burt. He's got fewer with him. Burt shoots, scores!
Goaltender's down again early, George. You cannot score from that position. And, you know, the goaltender has to come out. Not only does he not come out, I mean, Burt is a right-handed shooter on the right-handed side, which means that he's not in a good angle, not in a good shooting position. Goaltender goes down and beats him up high. I just don't understand it. You just watch here, and he just keeps going to his right. And the goaltender is down.
Very sharp angle.
Yeah, sharp angle, down too low. And this is going to be a high-scoring affair, George, without a doubt. 6 seconds left in the period. Cataracts are up 5-1.
So the Cataracts will just hold it. The first period comes to an end. 5-1 for the home side after the opening 20 minutes of play. Robert, let's come up inside of our booth for just a minute. All right, first of all, folks, apologies for the issues we had at the beginning. I was here this afternoon. We set everything up. Stream worked fine. Came here this evening. Myself and Robert sat down about a quarter after we started the stream, sent it out, and just as we were getting ready to go to our pregame, poof, it happened. And luckily,
Murphy's Law is.
Yeah, boof is a technical term for what happened.
Okay.
But we're back on now, and glad to have you with us. And apologies for that. But as we go to break, folks, we would be remiss if we didn't mention the events of a couple of days ago. Young hockey player from Paradise, 16-year-old J.D. Traynor, who I think most people probably heard the story by now. He played the Growlers. He played with Mount Pearl Huskies. Diagnosed with cancer just under a year ago. Was playing in Nova Scotia, and left Nova Scotia, came home for treatment, was feeling better, played some games with his high school team, played some games with the Pinnacle Growlers. Got mentioned by James Duthie at the World Juniors, who sent best wishes on behalf of the entire country to JD. Sadly, JD passed away 2 days ago on Thursday, and a young player lost much too soon. So on behalf of everybody here at our webcast team and the Cataracts, we send our condolences to JD's family, friends, teammates, and classmates, and everybody who knew him. A young man gone too soon.
Yeah, just a very difficult story. Condolences to his parents, Christina and Jerry, his sister Taylor, and brother Joe. Thinking about you.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with period number 2 in a few minutes. 5-1. Cataracts lead this one after 20 minutes of play.
Low bridge right up there just to our left.
Puck went into the crowd.
Yeah, I'm just having a look here now. The kid looks like he's pretty good. I think it took him right in the chest. Anyway. Someone's giving him a little tap. His buddy next to him was on his phone, so he wasn't able to protect him.
Chipped in by the Cataracts. Dix plays it around behind the net. Cats are on it. Back at the point. Fitzgerald. Shot kicked away by Gruchy. Goes through the boards. Drover on it. Drover with a couple goals in that first period. Turnaround shot stopped by Whiffen. So you got the left pad down. Cataracts calling for too many men on the ice. Coffey brings it in. Drops it back. Went off the heel of the stick of Champion and wide.
Great shooting position for Champion. Nice drop pass to him and just fanned on it. Excuse me.
It bounces around, ends up back in behind the net. Outlet for Champion. Backhands it off the boards. Good pass for Burt. Burt brings it in. Burt's got Coffey with him. Burt shoots it, tried to go the other way and just missed. Down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against the Lightning.
Yeah, that's a nice move if you're a right-handed shooter, as Burt is coming across the blue and you're dragging it from your right to your left. And as that continues, the goaltender has a tendency to keep following, and if you go back against the green, it's a difficult save for the goaltender to make. However, on that particular one, it was wide.
Long shot in on goal. Whiffen's got it. Can't find it. It's stuck between the pads. He wanted to play it, but can't find it. Oh, there it is. Now we see it. So that'll get a whistle.
Hidden puck trick.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the tender draws has been played. The other number, 4803579. 4803579. See Mr. Shane Butchell over there, depending on area, and he'll take care of you. One more time, 4803579.
It's another goal.
Okay, missed that one, Robert, as I'm trying to respond to people concerned about the fact we are not streaming right now.
I'm gonna save my voice.
I get that first intermission off. All kinds of issues up here. Second period. Get back to getting our screen right at least. Dix is second of the game.
Yeah, after a couple of bangs at it at the side of the net, it goes up and over the goaltender's shoulder into the back of the net. Cataracts now enjoying a 5-goal lead, 6-1, 14:57 here remaining in the second period. A lopsided affair so far, no doubt.
Pinkson. The shot hit the outside of the net. Rooney got knocked down. Fed across. White shot goes wide. That one doesn't get through to the goal. Pinkson tried to feed it out in front. Picked up by Coffey. He's got Burt with him. 2-on-1 across for Burt. Burt shoots. Roach.
Wow.
Makes a great diving save as he slides out.
Roach or Gushy?
I say Roach?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I got a lot going on here.
But that was a phenomenal save. The goaltender was able to read it. It was a patented 2-on-1. And the puck carrier really waited for the defenseman to come in on him, and he gave it to Burt, who was on his off wing, which is ideal, right on the stick, and what a fantastic save.
Green. Got it ahead. Cleared in by Wall. Reed getting around the outside, went off the toe of his stick. Right in front of shot went wide. What a great chance there.
That was a really nice play. I love the button hook, come back, free up your forward.
Hollett had the chance.
But I really like what the forward did for the Stephenville Lightning on that. When he came, he never had a passing or a shooting option. Did a little button hook, which creates some space and some time. His late man coming in, gave him a great pass. He shot it wide.
All right, understand we are back on the air. appreciate everybody's patience. I know a lot of people see online and sending me emails, not happy the stream wasn't working again. It was not an issue here on our end of the stadium. Somewhere along the network, the internet, and had the technicians working out. They did fix it once. It went out on us again. So we are back up one more time. They've got a different route to get it to us. They've routed it through a different server.
It's going to be a slashing penalty behind the play here.
So folks like you, I'm hoping
sticking.
that the issue has been resolved for this evening.
Yeah, well, George, we talk about we rely on the internet so much. Well, obviously for this particular thing, we need it. Without it, we don't have it. It was amazing. We were down to school a couple weeks ago and the internet was gone and people didn't know what to do. We're gone again?
Gone again.
Okay, good.
Shot kicked away by Grucci.
Penalty, Steve Lightning, number 21. Don't favor. 2 minutes for high sticking. On the penalty.
Cataracts on the power play. Drover. Makes it in around behind the goal. Holding it. Cody Drover circling now, drops it off for Joey Green. Green, a slap pass. Kept out, then scores.
I can't believe the save on the other one.
That first one was incredible.
It was spectacular, and then it come right back to Champion, who was just wide open there. Goaltender was down and out. I actually think the goaltender may have hurt himself on this particular play, George. He's turned around so quickly, and it looked like he either jarred an elbow or a groin. Either way, not good. Seven to 1, 8 to 1. It's that pain's not going to go away anytime soon. I can see him down there now trying to stretch out. He doesn't look too comfortable. I'm looking over across the way to the linesman's gone down having a chat with him. I'm looking over across the way now. Stephen, the Lightning backup goaltender, doesn't look like he's ready to go in. His mask is up. Normally you'd see him down. You'd have him at least appearing to be ready.
Definitely an issue with Nathan Grucci.
Yeah, he's not gonna. He's gonna stay in, but I don't know for how long. He made the initial save and got turned around, and Cataracts had 2 empty nets on that play. It's going to be a slashing penalty here as Gill was finishing his check. The player who had gone down just came around with a stick, and I think Kobe Burt may also get a penalty as well after the fact as a retaliation.
We have a Cataract and a Lightning player gone to the penalty box. So, Robert, looks like we're going to stay 5-on-5.
I think so. It's not coincidental, but it occurred on the same play, which the initial call, was going against Stephen Lightning for, I think, would have been a slash, as the player who had gotten knocked down gave Gill a little bit of a slash. And then, of course, Burt play continued in the corner, a bit of push and shoving, and usually the last punch takes the penalty.
Pound had it go off his skate.
Joey Green and number 63, Jasper Dix. Time of the goal, 9:11. Champion, Green and Dix at 9:11.
That shot got a piece of Whiffen.
Got him behind his shoulder.
Kicked away by Whiffen. A good save there as he got the right pad down.
That was a great pad save.
Again a chance. Another save by Whiffen.
That was a spectacular one as well. It's two of the best saves I've seen him
That
make.
shot right in on goal. Goaltender again had it bounce away from him.
Yeah, he's struggling, George.
In behind the net, Carter Bound. Picked up by Hollett, Tyler Hollett. In over the blue line, drops it. Devaney along the board. Stephenville changing. That's pass is intercepted. Mulrooney's got it. Tyrell Mulrooney. Get it in over the blue line. Fewer swings it across to this side.
Stephen Lightning goaltender George is really struggling here.
Wall with a shot over the top of the net. That one off a leg. Fewer with a shot. One off the defense. Mercer and out of play.
Yeah, George, I'll be very surprised if he finishes this period. If he does finish this period, he will not be back for the third. I can guarantee you that.
Brought in by Dix. Threw it out in front. Shot stopped. Another save by Gruchy. It's Greg Edgar with the chance. Haven't seen a whole lot of Greg Edgar this year. I don't know if he's played at all, has he?
I can't remember him because I actually looked out there and I looked at the name and the number and I can't remember. So it's probably a good chance that he never.
Good scoring chance there.
He had a good shift couple of shifts ago as well. He got in on top of the goaltender, had a nice shot.
And it's dumped down the ice. It'll be an icing call against the Lightning.
Penalties which were offsetting. Had to wait for a stoppage of play. Both set penalties are over. Players go to their respective benches.
Face-off win for the Lightning. Puck bouncing around at center. Stephenville will have it. Roberts, a shot. Wall got his stick in the way. Shot didn't get through. Here holds it in. Right on goal. Kicked away by Whiffen. White has it along the boards. Long pass gets through. Shot stopped.
I think he may have hit the crossbar or the post.
Okay. Thought maybe the goaltender got a piece of it.
He did.
Gruchy.
It's going to be a slash here. I can't believe that it's not. Chopped him right in the face.
Shot on net. Whiffen's got it and holds on. 7:19 left to go, second period.
Ian Wall took a stick right in the face about 10 feet from the referee. He's going over to tell the referee a little chit-chat there now. Referee is just not having much to do with it.
Whistle goes. Face-off wasn't done properly. They'll redo it. shot in. Fed towards the front of the goal. Green has it from Whiffen. Off the skate of Green. Shot in by Gill. This is Jeremiah Gill. It'll come all the way around. It'll get out. Back at center. Green was looking for Gill. Too far for him. And that's going to be an icing call against the Cataracts.
Yeah, coming back towards the puck as opposed to moving up. And a couple times now that's happened. You don't mind it so much in the neutral zone where a D has to make a pass. But if a D is making a pass from butter goal line and you're up on the red line, you're coming back to take the pass. That means you're too far up ice.
Quick chance there for the Lightning. Whiffen got over and made the save. It was a nice pass.
It was a great pass. Cataracts left winger had vacated his position too early.
Savory. Got it to Hollett. Couldn't get the shot away. Had his stick all tied up. Cataracts will get a chance to move it out. Mullet into the feet of Coffey. Gill following it up on it. Coffey's alone in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. Off the glass and out. Fitzgerald. Up through the middle. Taken by Here. Here brings it in over the blue line. Swings wide. Stops along the boards. Throws it back behind the net.
It's going to be an interference penalty. Coffey's going to get a trip interference here for the Cataracts.
Another shot. Another save by Whiffen, and he holds the door shut there at the left post. And a little shenanigans now to the side of the net. Cataracts have to try and kill off a penalty here.
Penalty to the Cataracts, number 41, Jonathan Coffey. 2 minutes for tripping, 14-11.
So power play here for the Lightning. Here with a shot, Whiffen with another save. And yet another one as he just holds his ground. Whiffen having himself a pretty good game, and more nonsense to the side of the net. All in Hollett, get all tied up.
And that was a bit of a do in front of the net.
Yeah, now they're really going to go.
And Wall is a tough character. And Hollett is a big lad.
Oh, a few uppercuts from Hollett. They're still going. It's the longest tussle we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Finally.
Ian Wall might have gotten a few in early, but I guarantee you Hollett came back late. Hollett is a big lad. Strong.
So their night is done.
I thought Wall wanted a penalty in front of the net because the forward who was trying to get the rebound, his stick was caught in his waist. I think he actually grabbed his stick, and Wall afterwards just gave him a push. He gave him a push back, and then decided to have, well, let's have a little bit more than a push.
You gotta look at part of the crowd here at the Joe Byrne.
Sparse.
A little bit of a smaller crowd than normal. I think there's a couple of reasons for that as they sort out the penalties.
Well, cold is one.
One is it's cold, and in following what's happening here at the Joe Byrne with leaks in the roof, that they haven't had the heat on because that just exacerbates the problem with the leaking. So no heat, it's cold.
Savory's
And the other thing, last few times Stephenville were in, let's be honest, they were pretty one-sided, lopsided games. We've got another one here this evening, 7-1.
7-1. And it goes back towards a couple of weeks ago when the Stephenville got their first victory of the year, 5-3 win. I'm befuddled as how they did it. They obviously had that their full lineup, their goaltender had to play spectacular, and Cornerbrook obviously didn't, because when we look here now, we've seen nothing but lopsided games with Stephenville Lightning here.
And I think we may be back up on the stream. If you're watching, sincerest apologies for the issues we're having. I'm being told it is an internet issue. It's nothing here at the stadium, nothing here at the Joe Byrne. There's nothing we can do. We've had technicians working on it. I'm told it's up for now. But we are recording the game. I'll get it up on YouTube as soon as possible so folks can see, and hopefully we'll get this thing resolved. But it has been a very, very frustrating evening. I know for you at home, no doubt, and frustrating for us here in the broadcast booth as well. I know a lot of people have sent messages, posts on Facebook. I get it, understand it.
George, Dylan Savory for the Stephenville Lightning has gotten kicked out of the game as well. I'm not sure why, but the Stephenville bench is irate. Obviously, or arguably, their best player. We've seen him. He wasn't here the last time they played, but he's here again tonight. But each time we've seen them play in a losing effort, he's been their best player. But anyway, he's been ejected from the game as well. I don't know if he called it a third man in or what, but there was only one fight. Now, what happens, though, if officials tell you if you don't move in the vicinity, they can give 10-minute misconducts and or game misconducts immediately. And that's the only thing that I can see happen.
Looked like they were sort of isolated there, though. I didn't see anybody.
Yeah,
certainly nobody was getting involved.
I didn't either, and that's why I'm surprised. Anyway, we'll get the official announcement here shortly.
Right now it's 5-on-5, showing a penalty up there for the Cataracts. But Champion in front, scores.
It's another one for Champion. A great pass coming down, just gets it in full stride, doesn't break stride, gets a stick out in front of him in a good position, and taps it in behind the back of the goaltender, hits the post and in.
Yeah, that was the previous one. Sorry, Robert.
That was his other one, so we showed that one too.
All sorts of things happening.
Anyway, 8-1, George, and another lopsided affair. The goaltender is still, Stephenville goaltender is obviously, his arm is still hurting. I can see the way he's wincing down there. He will not be back in the third period.
Shot in by Mercer. That shot went wide. Mercer's got it here in the left point. Takes it down into the corner to the side of the goal. Back to Mercer. Sims. Mercer. Actually, Lightning are on the power play. That's why I was up there. I'm telling you, there's a lot going on. I got to get myself focused again.
Yeah, so Champion would have got himself a shorthanded goal.
That was
there.
a shorthanded goal. I was looking up at a penalty against the Lightning. No, it's against the Cataracts, which is about to expire. Just 2 seconds left to go. Coffey steps out of the penalty box.
Penalty to the Cataracts. Number 29, Ian Wall, 5 for fighting plus game misconduct. Number 11, Cody Grover, 10-minute misconduct. Lightning, number 62, Tyler Holler, 5 for fighting plus game misconduct. And number 21, Dylan Savory, 10-minute misconduct. All penalties at 4.
So they got 10-minute misconducts, George, not game misconducts, but with less than 10 minutes in the period, they were told to go to the respective dressing rooms.
Yeah, the two captains, Savory and
Yeah.
Cody Drover, of all people.
Well, of
who
all.
gets very few penalties.
Yeah.
Picked up the 10-minute misconduct.
So the only thing I can see happen, George, is that they were told to get out of the way, out of the area, and they didn't immediately, and that's what happened. That's the only reason it would have gotten it.
Okay, Burt dumps it in. He'll head to the bench. Down to under 3 minutes to go in the second period. It's been a lopsided affair.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Dix with a chance. She kicked that aside. Kept that out. Fitzgerald shot. Stopped by Grushi. Devaney. Bringing in offside. We'll stop that.
Looking over at Stephenville bench, they're just beyond themselves because they call it offside. It was offside. And I can see him looking at Gushy, and he's yelling at that linesman, Gushy, come on, look at the score, he's saying.
Stephenville's frustrated. We're frustrated. The viewers are frustrated. It's been a great night, Robert.
Everybody's frustrated. Wow. Okay. I'm looking forward to watching the Habs play, George, later on, and the football game. I'm frustrated that I'm not able to see that game.
There you go.
Can't believe we're not live streaming that.
That's tip wide. It's the same system we've been using for years for doing Cataracts games. Every now and again you have an issue, most times not. I said I've done hundreds of ball hockey games across the country with this system, no problems. Dix breaks in, and that is kept out.
He saved
by
it.
Grushi.
Remarkable save.
Wow, right on the goal line.
I really love the way that Dix went down, George. Put the shoulder down, leg out. Really good, strong move to the net. Brought it across. Looked like he was going to have the empty net. The goaltender somehow was able to get his arm and his pad out there, prevent it from going in.
Came out just over the blue line. Mercer will bring it back into his own end. So, Robert, it looks like the Chiefs are going to have a chance to continue for their three-peat.
It's going to be a penalty down here. Bit of a side.
Talking about the football, Chiefs leading the Texans 23-14. Only a few seconds left to go in that one.
Champion is going to get a penalty here. It's going to be a boarding call for sure. Maybe a 5-minute boarding. But he's definitely going to get a minimum of 2.
Lightning player down, shaken up down in the corner.
Calling him an elbowing penalty. I can hear
I don't know if you could hear Travis Champion. He wasn't happy with the call. We could hear it. He's right down below
Not
us.
many of them are.
Nobody likes getting penalties called against them. Well, Stephenville player back up, which is good to see.
It is. He did catch a piece of while I was watching the play and sort of off to the side. It was not from behind at all, but he went down and the official did call it immediately. I will say that.
Just the 2-minute variety.
Champion is still upset down here, George, and I can hear him saying brutal, brutal, brutal. I'm going to tell him when I go out that if he has anything to say to the official, he won't be coming back out for the third period.
Yeah, might want to let it go at some point.
I think so.
He's still down in the penalty box, pacing back and
Yeah.
forth. There's White. The team's up by 8-1.
Yeah, 8-1, and goaltender is hurt for the Lightning.
White, a shot off a leg, comes to the side of the net, cleared to the boards by Fitzgerald. Pinkston gets there first. Adam Pinkston, of course, played some time here with the Central Impact.
He did, yeah, played well.
A number of former Central Impact players in the game tonight.
Yeah.
Adam Pinkston for Stephenville. Adam's, of course, from Labrador. And you got Joey Green, Tyrell Mulrooney, Ian Wall,
Carter
Carter
Bound.
Bound, Kobe Bird, Speaking of the Impact, we'll have 3 of their games next weekend as they take on the first place Pinnacle Growlers. They had a good game last night. Growlers won it 6-4. Last goal was an empty net one, so they're playing close. And of course, the Impact trying to stay ahead of the East Coast Blizzard, who they are playing tonight. There's shots on goal after 2 periods, 33-22. All right, we will take a break, catch my breath, try and relax. A little bit of a stressful night.
Yeah, well, the Bud Light Lounge is down there.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so it'll be a power play for the Lightning. 41 seconds still left in the penalty to Travis Champion when we come back for period number 3. It is 8-1 Cataracts. All right, run away here in the third period. 8-1 for the Cataracts. Lightning on the power play. Just 15 seconds left to go in their man advantage. Shot down the ice. Cataracts on it first, fewer. 5 seconds to go in the power play. He'll hold it there and let time expire on that. This will be an icing against the Cataracts. I started to say a moment ago, Robert, Tyler Whiffen has had a pretty good game for the Cataracts. He's faced 23 shots. It is 8-1, but he has made some terrific saves. It's been very solid tonight.
I think so. Had a couple nice, real good pad saves, back-to-back pad saves earlier in the second period.
That was kept out. Stephenville pressing. Came to the side of the net. Whiffen got a pad on that. Cataracts lifted high. Puck is rolling, so it'll get over the goal line, and that'll be another icing call. Just a minute 15 into period number 3. I tell you, Robert, Montreal Canadiens, as I said, are a boring team to watch these days. They're just too good. Nobody can beat them. It's like the late 70s, you know.
One of those, yeah, just one of those things.
Just checking the score. They're up 2-0 on the Leafs tonight. Kirby Doc continues his strong play, get the first goal, and Patrick Laine made it 2-0.
Well, I'm going to have to let Dave Pot Canning know down below.
Oh, I'm sure Dave knows. Not happy, but he knows.
He's definitely not happy.
Burt drops it back. Right on goal, so no icing.
And George, I am very surprised to see the goaltender back, Stephen Lee. I really thought, and I even said that I didn't think he would be back for the third period at all. Sure, he must have got work done in between during the intermission. It's good news to see that he's back out here, however, in a valiant effort on his part, being down 8-1. He could have easily mailed it in.
Yeah, Nathan Gruchy back in the net. He was shaken up in the second period.
Yeah.
But has stayed in the game.
Yeah, there was like 9 or 10 minutes left in the period. I really didn't think he was going to get through the period, but he did. Champion
maintains possession. Get Coffey out in front. I don't think he saw him. Then he looks for Coffey on the cross crease pass. That didn't work. Outlet to Devaney. He's stopped. Now he's got it along the wall. Spins away from Coffey down into the corner. Back at the point. Shea winds up his shot. Blocker save made by Whiffen. So he tracked that one pretty well. Bounces in front, and Whiffen's got that one as well.
George, I'm looking over at the Stephenville bench, and I was watching the whole first and second period, and their backup goaltender had his mask on top of his head, not covering his face. A backup goaltender can wear a helmet and a shield the same as the rest of the players, as we looked down at Jason Stone, and he has one on. But if you look over at the goaltender now, he just put it back up. But he was told earlier that if you got it on, you have to have it down. Now, if I was...
you influenced one last year. You mentioned
I did.
The backup goaltender for the Cataracts didn't have a
That's right.
helmet on, and next thing you know, the Cataracts got a phone call, I think, or a text from referee-in-chief.
Eddie Flood, yeah.
And said, you got to have that on.
You do.
Or it went to maybe the officials who then went to the Cataracts. Not sure exactly the chain of communication there.
Can't believe there's no penalty on that one.
No call. Play
Wow.
continues. Mullet going in against Shea. Mullet comes up with it. Mullet in all alone. That hit the post.
It did.
He had Gill. They elected to keep it. Just missed. And while the stream is up for now, and yes, we're well aware of all the issues we've had tonight, the game will be available on AO.live as we can record it. The entire thing right out in front. It comes. Whiffen did about a 360.
Twice.
Trying to find it.
And he's still spinning. A lot of stuff going on here tonight.
And we'll have the game on YouTube in a couple of days. Probably put it up early given circumstances here tonight. Folks who want to see what went on. Mullet drops it back at the blue line. Nobody there. White is going to pass it. Had his pocket picked by Dix, and Dix, if he could have maintained possession, was in all alone.
He has a great game, George. First game back.
They needed
First
him.
game for the Cataracts this year.
Yep, they
Couple
need
of
him
goals
in the
and an
lineup.
assist.
You mentioned, if you didn't catch it earlier, Jordan Marr not playing for the Cataracts tonight, and we do not know what his status is, or if he'll be playing tomorrow. Not sure. I don't know if you found out anything between periods.
I haven't, George.
I've been dealing with all this technical
Well,
stuff and talking to the folks.
I was fielding some texts and some messages as well. I had a couple
Yeah.
of messages there,
We get it.
and they said, "What's going on? You're not on." I said, "I'm only a color commentator."
Yeah.
Commenter.
You're
And,
a commenter, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, I get a response back from the individual said, "I know that. I'm just letting you know that you're not on."
Yeah. Lots of people. We can see on the software when the stream isn't working, and it was working this afternoon. I tested it. It was working tonight prior to the game, and about 2 minutes before puck drop, it didn't, and it's been an issue all evening.
Only a roughing penalty here now for the Stephen Lightning. One that they can ill afford, being down 8-1. Took a little extra shot on the defenseman down in the corner.
The Cataracts go on the power play, as you say, leading it already 8-1.
Well, let's hope that all the issues are resolved for the rest of the night and going into tomorrow, George.
I hope so. We're gonna have to have a chat with some folks when this one's over and see if we can figure out exactly what the issue is. The problem is trying to pinpoint it. Everything seemed to be good, for lack of a better term, and it just wasn't getting out. So unless we can figure out just what caused it and get it fixed for tomorrow. I mean, normally our stream goes pretty steady. It's pretty good service. Just something has happened tonight. There's a gremlin got into the system. A shot by Mulrooney, stopped by Gruchy. Shot scores! Joey Green.
Joey Green possesses one of the best one-timers in this league, George. First-year player at Cataracts. And I could see him calling for the puck. He wanted it before that. And you just watch this. This is a nice give and go. And he sets him up right here. And he gets a lot on this and just beats the goaltender. High blocker side. But it is a skill, George, to shoot a puck as hard as he shoots it and be as accurate with a one-timer, and he just got everything on that. We watched him for a couple of years, George, myself and you, when we were doing the impact games, and he possessed one of the best shots in that league. And as a rookie here in this league, the senior league, he possesses one of the best shots as well.
Okay, they're saying it was tipped.
Yeah.
Jeff Fewer's getting the goal.
Costello over here now, George, who's a big
Oh,
lad, is taking
we
on
go.
Carter Bound.
It's their second fight of the game. You
Yeah.
get this one in.
Costello, who is
Okay,
probably the biggest player on the ice. Very slow of foot, however, but he took a little exception to Bound. Bound had given up at least 60, 70 pounds. Costello's going with
He's doing
the motion,
the championship belt.
the
but
championship belt. I don't know what belt he's wearing, but it's not anything here.
well, he landed on his back in that fight, but feels like he won it.
Championship belt. My, oh my, oh my. Not even sure that was a fight. It was more of a wrestle than anything else, and a takedown. I'm not sure if any punches were exchanged, but I'm sure that the officials are going to say enough is enough.
know if anywhere landed. I started
But,
to say it's
There was a nothing
There's
play on the boards.
13 minutes left, so there
Yeah.
won't be a suspension as a result. If anything, in the last 10 minutes of the game, of course, you get a one-game suspension.
Carter Bound gave up 70 pounds and 5 inches to Costello. I love the conversation that the two players in the penalty box are having. Fitzgerald, they're having a real good conversation. I can hear a lot of it. I hope you can't on the airways. I hope we're not streaming, George.
Well, we are recording.
Okay.
We lost the stream again, apparently.
Oh, wow.
We're back for a little while and off again.
Are we on tomorrow at 1:30, George?
Hopefully. We'll let you know, folks.
Fries, gravy,
Yeah.
dressing, wieners
There's
tomorrow.
no point telling folks we'll let you know, because anybody watching now is watching the recording. Oh, my.
But, George, this is what perturbs me now. It's a 9-1 game. We had a little skirmish. Myself and Mom used to have a wrestle like that. And it was up and over with in a very short period of time. We've taken so much time to do this.
We're underway. 13 and a half minutes or so to go in this one. It's a high stick cut.
Yeah, he flipped him right in the mouth.
Yep.
Right in front of him. I mean, it was a clear high step right in the mouth with no call.
Fewer tips it back to Whiffen. Whiffen plays it off the boards.
These are the ones that really irritate coaches.
That went off his skate. A race for it. Whiffen and Shea. Fewer and Shea. Fewer gets the shot. Bounces out in front. Get her tongue on tangled after that one. White turning at center. Turn, shoots it in right on Whiffen. He's going to hold on to that. We'll get a face off in the Cataracts end. 12:48 to go.
I like the way that he held on to that too, because his defenseman's coming down with his back to the play at the forechecker, Joey Green. So if he dishes the puck off to him, he puts Joey Green in a tough position, holding it, taking a face off. Now we have another fight here at the middle, George.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
Egner, who we have, and Savory, who's their captain.
Yeah, that one ends quickly.
Yeah, a little trip up and ends.
I haven't seen much of this over the years. We've seen three tonight.
Yeah. I don't know if either punch landed and a trip.
I don't think so.
No.
I think Edgar backing up, tripped up.
The champion is saying, and he has a right to say it, Stephen will have 7 players out on the ice with a player, right? So, number one, they got too many bodies out there. So if there was a skirmish, you got an extra body. You cannot have anybody come out onto the ice when there's a stoppage of play, when there's a fight. You're not allowed.
No.
And I mean, I'm counting right here now. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with someone in the box. And they still have 6 out on the ice. Like, that just doesn't make sense. But they had 7 people gathered around the circle.
I think they're into the third period out on the East Coast between the Central Impact and the East Coast Blizzards. Those two
Okay.
teams battling for second place,
Feel like we're into the 5th period here.
at least. It's 4-2 for the Blizzard.
Okay. What was the final last night with the Impact? They lost by... They need a couple of victories.
On top of everything else, we get streamed back in our replay. Got
Wow.
stuck up on the board
Goodness
before we
gracious.
get back live. It has been a night.
I'm sure, George, you're counting down the time that we can move along here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get this one over with and see if we can figure out what happened and see
I'm
if
going to
we
go
can
home,
fix it.
put my feet up by my heat dish. Keep my feet warm. Sit back and have a beverage. Probably watch the last period of the Habs game if we ever get out of here in time.
Dumped in by White around the boards. Puck is held against the boards down in the corner. Pinkston trying to work it free. Held there by Green. Lightning come up with it. It's White. He shot off the outside of the post.
At 6:28, number 44 on the Cataracts, Carter Brown, 5+ a game, and number 52, Josh
White shot on goal. Pinkston got a stick on it. Whiffen kept it out, and then it's cleared out to center.
also got 5 a game.
Devaney lost an edge as he went down towards the corner and went into the boards hard. White feeding it in front, backhand. Whiffen kept that out. Whiffen sitting down, kept the second one out. Here's got it. His shot. Whiffen kicked that one aside as well.
2-minute minor being served by number 17, Colby Wood. See, it's easy when you take your time to take it.
White. Pinkston cutting into the middle. He lost it. The Cataracts are away. Drover short-handed. Kept to the outside by Shea. Drover gets it in front. Didn't get through to the goaltender. Cataracts are on it first. Coffee shot. Missed short side. He had Cody Drover in front of the net. Elected to shoot it. Don't think he got a lot on it. Coffee goes down. Trying to cover up the puck down there. Just a couple of seconds left to go in the power play, which is now over, and the whistle goes.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Coffee was trying to do there. I don't know if that was a attempted shot. It was definitely a fan shot, but Cody Drover was wide open in front of the net. Coffee may not have gotten a lot on it, and obviously shot it 5 feet wide. As Bob Euchre would say, just a little outside.
Rest in peace, Bob Euchre.
Bob,
one of the best.
We love you. Oh, a character as all.
Fewer with a shot. That missed short side. Dick's battling for it along the boards. He's over there with Taylor. Wall comes in to help out. Sorry, not Wall. It was Sampson out there for 39. Wall was done. He had a fight earlier.
Yeah, he did. I think he may have had one last game as well, George. Ian Wall's an aggressive player.
Always has been.
I like him.
It's tipped out to center. Kept in by Sims, but then he turned it over, and the Cataracts will skate it out. Mulrooney. Mulrooney with a nice little move. Stops up in the corner. Behind the net. Racing to get to it is Shea, and he'll get it out. Pass Green. Green turns, heads back down the ice. And that's going to be an icing call against the Lightning. 9:09 left to go in this one.
Coincidental honors, will be over. Mercer and Fitzgerald go to the respective benches.
And again, folks, this game is being recorded in its entirety. It'll be available on AO.live shortly after the end of this game.
Recording maybe at this rate, George. The recording may be on before the game is over.
Be interesting.
Looking around the arena tonight, George, and there's no doubt it's cold outside and it's cold inside. Never seen so many blankets before.
A lot of blankets and a lot of empty seats tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking in at the front row just across from the Cataracts bench, and there's a group down there in the front row, and they got the blanket over to 5 of them. 4 of them.
Gill with a chance. Made the pass across the champion, couldn't connect.
That's a good move.
Roach gets it up to the blue line. Pass across for Pinkson. Too hard. Roach feeding it up top. That shot off a leg comes to the boards. And cleared out again by the Cataracts. Hops over the stick of Mercer. Here will pick it up. He's got some room to center. Long shot in over the top of the goal. Whiffen will take it off the end glass and just hold it right there. 8:04 to go.
And both coaches and coaching staffs are looking up here now. And for both of them, they can't think about anything else but getting this game over as quickly as possible.
This game was essentially over in the first period. 5-1 Cataracts.
And George, each game has been like that here.
Yeah.
Against the Stephen Lightning, that is. You know, it's been 4 or 5 and 6 goal leads either in the first period or very early into the second. So effectively, as you said, 5-1. It's not a lot going on after that, which is not good for the fans.
Nope.
Doesn't matter if you're on the winning side. You like to see a good game. Obviously, you want your home team to win, but you also like to see some excitement.
Here, that is tipped, and Whiffen stayed with that and made the save.
Yeah, as a shortstop, went down, tipped it, come up, got him in the shoulder, fought for the puck, and made a good save. And he's played well tonight. We might have another fight here now.
Well, we got some jersey grabbing play continues. Finally, the whistle goes. Brian Grushia, linesman, gets in between Carter Mullet and the Stephenville player.
Got a
See who
Cataracts
that
head.
is.
He grabbed hold of Tyrone Maroney, who's
That's
not a
Jake
big kid.
Roberts. So Mulrooney's going to go, and someone's getting a misconduct.
Yeah, it looks like Roberts is getting a misconduct for the Stephen Lightning.
Now Mulrooney comes out of the penalty box.
Yeah, I think what they're going to say, okay, once enough is enough.
And he's going to the dressing room. Yeah, they're going to
You're going to get 2 and 10, 2 and 10, and that's the easiest way for the officials to do things. Easiest and the simplest way. Okay, if you want to get on with your silliness and have this pushing and shoving and grabbing, here we go. We'll take care of it. 2 and 10. Get yourself a shower. Good night.
That shot off a stick goes in wide down into the corner. Just over 7 minutes left in this one. Devaney with a chance. Again, Whiffen with the save.
Came out and challenged that one. I really like that with the goaltender.
It's a 9-1 game, but no lack of scoring chances for the Lightning. That's icing. But Tyler Whiffen's come up big.
He has. As soon as the puck came out to the forward, who was just in the bottom of the dot, Whiffen came out square and challenged the shooter and got it. You know what is a really good scoring opportunity. He made it just look really easy by his positioning.
Penalties to the Lightning, 87, Jake Roberts. Cataracts, 61, Tyrell Mulroney. 2 of them got 10 minutes misconduct and 12:43.
So they both pick up 10-minute misconducts, Roberts and Mulrooney. So each team now has lost 4 players in this game.
They have.
None of them will affect tomorrow for the Cataracts. Of course, for the Lightning, this is their second game of the weekend, so they are off tomorrow. They lost 8-3 to Deer Lake last night.
The
Brandon
Cataracts,
Hines with a big game, 5 points.
Another hat trick. Back-to-back hat tricks. Actually, I think it might be 3 in a row. It's 2 in a row for sure.
Well, we saw him get one here last week. We had one in the first period, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. He had an opportunity to score 5 or 6 that night. Another penalty here behind the play. 2 for hooking. I was watching him as he had the stick in on him all the way up the ice. And this is one I'm voting for. Let's have run time.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to yell down to Ken Hoffling down there with the Montreal Canadiens jacket on. And his pal next to him, Mr. Dave Grimes, the Detroit Red Wings cap on. And tell him to just keep your finger on the button there, guys.
Penalty for the Lightning, number 18, Darren Keane. 2 minutes for hooking, 14-0. Keane for hooking, 14-0.
Cody Drover. Dix shoots, scores.
Yeah, that's pretty much an easy one. That's a it's a
Hat
very
trick for
good one.
Jasper Dix. And his third, I believe.
That will be his hat trick of the night.
And, there
And
it
he's
is.
had a couple of assists as well. Cody Drover, who had a couple of goals himself and has set Dix up twice, and that was just a nice play, an easy one. 10-1. Just too many games for the Stephen Lightning, just getting so many lopsided scores. It's amazing that they battle each and every night, but they continue to find themselves on the short end of many, many games.
The Cataracts are here tomorrow, 1:30, to take on the Corner Brook Royals. And that will be their final home game of the regular season. They're on the road next weekend, and playoffs start after that. And maybe 2 more weekends on the road.
Yeah, they got 4 games after tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Cataracts goal, third goal of the game.
Ooh, that bounced around out in front. White is on it. Center knocked down. Lightning bring it back in. Reed shot, whiff and got that. No rebound.
Tracked over. Could not get the one-timer away. The left winger playing on the right side for the Stephen Lightning was just a little bit behind them. But goaltender whiff and tracked it. Even though he hasn't been, I know the shots seem 39-32, which it's kind of a 10-1 game. You wouldn't think is that many, but some of the saves that he's had to make have been very, very good saves, George.
Yeah, we've seen some games where the shots on goal don't seem accurate, but I really think Stephenville have had that many shots. I think that is fairly accurate.
Yeah.
The Cataracts have been scoring, and Stephenville have been stopped. Coffey with a shot off the defenseman. Champion over to the other corner. Under 4 to play. Burt just lifts it in towards the goal. Mercer plays it to the boards. And the Lightning chip it out down to the Cataracts blue line. Gets past Shea at center. Back it up in his own end. Here, long shot in, wide of the goal. Picked up on the far side. Well, thought Roach was going to pick it up on the far side, but he missed it. And Cataracts will come out with it. Fewer. He leaves it. Gill. So just backhanded down a little bit lower. Sims. It's up, but that goes way up into the last row of the seats here at the Joe.
Yeah, a little deflection goes up there. Gentleman's up there with his baby in his hand and made sure that she was protected, which is all good. No harm, no foul.
And I'm not sure that little bit of music was necessary.
Well, I was thinking the same thing, George. But anyway, we don't control the music, folks.
Yes, there's a lot of things that are beyond our control, believe it or not.
Yeah.
That's picked off. Cataracts are in there again looking for another one. So while we are back on momentarily, if there's anybody still hanging in there with this one, we will make an announcement tomorrow morning about tomorrow afternoon's game. If folks can't get the issue resolved, we may have to call it for tomorrow, but we're going to work on it once this game is over. And stick around and see if we can figure out just what the heck happened, and then decide about tomorrow's game. Scores!
Good release
Good
there.
shot.
It was a great shot, actually, from a very difficult position. It's not like it was a complete one-timer down low, and Reed lets go of a howitzer and beats goaltender. Puck gets dumped in, it gets deflected off of the forward, just goes in as a nothing play. And if you look, like Reed is way over, but he gets a lot on a shot, beats goaltender, whiffing up and over his shoulder, glove side. 10-2, 25 seconds left. It's been an eventful night and an uneventful game.
Yeah. And I say this facetiously, but if there was going to be a game we were going to have trouble with our webcast with, this not a bad one. 10-2 is the final.
10-2, the horn goes, the buzzer goes, the people are falling out, and we will be shortly behind them, George.
We're not going to take long getting
and
into this
before
one.
you even asked, 3 stars for tonight's game, George. Even it was a no-hitter, a no-nothing game.
There's
here
the
tonight.
final shots on goal. They're 39-34 showing.
Number 1 star for tonight's evening, George, his first game of the season for the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts, Jasper Dix. Had penciled him in earlier. He had a great game. I thought he carried the puck well, skated well. He had a couple of nice moves down low, and really got himself in a good game. Had himself a hat trick and a couple assists. Second star of the evening would be Cody Drover, his line mate, filling in obviously Dix there without Mara there tonight. It looks like it's going to be a good addition with Dix, and so Drover picked up right where he left off with a couple of goals himself and 3 assists. And goaltender Whiffen. I thought goaltender Whiffen, he made some real crucial saves when he needed to. I know that the game was out of reach, 5 or 6 goals, and there's times that goaltenders don't stay focused, but he did, and I really liked the way that he fought for pucks tonight. Even in some screens and some down low, there's times that we've seen him go down and not quite sure where pucks are, but he really came out. He here in the third period, he came out and challenged 3 times for shooters, and you want that from your goaltender. So 1, 2, 3, Dix, Drover, Whiffen.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Again, folks, we'll let you know tomorrow morning about the status of tomorrow afternoon's webcast. I'm going to stick around once this game is over and talk to the folks at AO.live again and see if we can really pinpoint just what the issue was this evening. As I say, it worked perfectly this afternoon when we tested it. It was running pre-game, and about 2 minutes before puck drop, the issue started. Anyway, that's going to do it for us, for Robert Golding and cameraman Steve Noseworthy. Thanks so much, folks. And again, if you're still there, this game will be up on AO.live shortly, as we did record the entire thing. All right, good night, everyone.